Lord, welcome to the White Mountains Livestock YouTube channel. I just wanted to jump in here today and give you guys a quick update what we got going on out here right now. Hogs. I'm out in the pig pen this time, not standing outside. Actually, they just decided great idea to rub on me. Anyway, I want to give you a little bit of a better look at these guys. You know, pen, well, we're drying out, so this afternoon is hog pen cleaning day. Which is pretty much a daily occurrence out here. I want to drop a quick line though, say, you know what, we just posted a new blog post on the website, whitemountainslivestock.com, about why pigs root. Now, if you've ever wondered this, it's actually really simple. They root for two reasons. Pigs are iron deficient. So typically when they're born at about 3 days old, you want to give them an iron injection. And you can do that in a couple of places. You know, you can do it right here in the ham. You can do, really? Apparently he wants to be loved on a little bit. He's a good boy. I know. Anyway, but you can give it right in the ham. That's actually discouraged because, you know, you can bruise the ham and damage the meat and all that. But you can give it to him in the neck, you know, right up in the groin area. So, see if, let's see if Miss Piggy, let me show you. And typically right in here, you can give that injection right where the skin off the ham actually comes in here. You can actually give that injection right in there. But, you know, obviously before you do any kind of injections or anything like that with your hogs, consult your vet. I'm not a vet, okay? I did not go to school that long. You know, I did my 4 years of college, all that good stuff, but consult your vet before you do anything like that, okay? Don't just run out and grab a shot and just start shooting your pigs up. But the other reason is really simple. They're looking for food. Okay, so our hogs out here, they root this up on a regular basis. Okay, they come out in here and they root this thing up and they dig it up. Now, it's just the way it is. That's what they do. It's natural to them. They're looking for roots. They're looking for any kind of foodstuffs that might be under the surface of the ground. Now, a couple days ago, I put up a blog post too on the website, whitemountainslivestock.com, going over why do they root. It goes really into depth about the reasonings for it, and you know, the iron injections and where you give it, and you know, yeah, you have to give iron injections. What other injections should you give your hog? You know, it goes into all that detail and everything. If you're interested, check it out, whitemountainslivestock.com. Anyway, so then the question comes up, can you stop a pig from rooting? And the answer is yes. However, it's a question of ethics, in my mind. There's these things that are known as hog rings. And in some countries, they've been outlawed. However, in the United States, they have not. They're still legal to use. Basically, what it is, it's an ear piercing, except it goes in your hog's nose. So you actually give it to them, not through the nostril, but through the meat on the front of their snout. And what that does is when they dig their snout into root, it's uncomfortable, puts pressure, it makes them not want to do it. So they don't. Now, pigs are gonna root. It doesn't matter if you got them on concrete. It doesn't matter if you got them on dirt like we do. You know, we allow ours to root. It's natural for them, and we want these guys to be as natural as they possibly can be. Do what it is that they do. You know, we're not going to change behaviors, things like that, unless they're, you know, dangerous to the animal. But like right now, you know, he's out here, and he's rooting a little bit. He's mostly looking just to lay down at the moment. But a lot of people feel that the use of hog rings is inhumane. And I'm actually one of those people. Now, that's my personal opinion. That doesn't mean everybody has to believe that way, okay? You know, if you decide that you want to use hog rings, well, you know, that's the joys of freedom. That's your prerogative. If it's not outlawed in your area, which is something you'll obviously want to check out. But, you know, to each their own. We don't use them here. I never will. There's no reason for it in my mind. Now, I've also had people ask me, are hogs or pigs aggressive? And the answer is they can be, yes. Now what we do is when we have a litter here on the ranch, or if we buy a piglet from a breeder friend of ours, we will handle it. And I mean, we handle it a lot, especially when it's young, for the simple fact we don't want them aggressive. If they're used to being handled, they're used to being people in their pen with them, you know, doing stuff with them, you're going to have less issues later on down the road. Now, you know, their trotters, i.e. their feet, they do need to be trimmed once in a while, because they will actually grow straight down, and it can, as they get older and bigger, you know, that can cause some issues. So you want to trim those. Some people do, some people don't. You know, we haven't had a need to yet, but if the need arises, we have the shears and everything to do it. And, you know, it doesn't hurt them. It's just like trimming your fingernails. But so one of the big things is they can be aggressive if you're not handling them. You know, we come out, I mean, as you can see, I'm standing right here between these two girls right now, right next to these two girls, and they're perfectly fine. You know, they're not aggressive. They're, you know, I mean, they're fine. You know, I can rub her all over, and, you know, she's perfectly fine. I can come over, I could even sit on her back. Now, she's not in heat right now, so she's not the biggest fan. But, you know, I can sit here and I can sit right on her back, got all my weight on her, and she's perfectly fine. Now, I've also had people ask, will they bite? Abso-freaking-lutely they will bite. Hogs have some pretty wicked teeth in their mouth. Now, right now, this is Mr. Bacon guy here. He's our meat hog. He's actually, next month is his time. But, you know, they will actually, right now, they've kind of dug this out right here. So they've got themselves a little bed they lay in. Hey, you know what? That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. We let them do it. You know, but they will bite. You know, they do have the capability to do that, and sometimes they do have that desire. Now, pigs are highly intelligent animals, okay? They're not like, you know, a chicken. You know, chickens, they're just flat stupid. That's all there is to it. You know, and you will never be able to convince me otherwise. You know, they have natural instinct, but they have no intelligence. Hogs, on the other hand, are very intelligent. So, with them, if they decide that they want to bite you, hey, give me, you don't need to be eating no twine. They, I don't know where the heck you got that from. But anyway, they, if they decide they want to bite you and they try and bite you, you can, you know, push them away and say no in a firm voice. Just no. And they'll learn. If they do bite you, it's going to hurt. They've got some wicked teeth in their mouth. They also have these things, some hogs do anyway, called needle teeth. Now, needle teeth are real sharp little teeth that they've got in their mouth when they're born. A lot of breeders will actually trim those off, simply because when they're nursing on the sow, they can tear the teat up to the point where she's not going to want to nurse off of it, or they can do permanent damage to that teat. Then, if she has a litter, there's a chance that she may have more piglets than what she's physically capable of nursing. So some people will actually cut them needle teeth out when they're about 3 days old. Personally, we do not. Our breeder does not. So we haven't had any issues. We've never had an issue with torn up teats or anything like that. So we leave them. You know, teach their own. But real quick though, you know, that's kind of just what I wanted to go over. Just a couple questions and stuff that I've seen, you know, that I've had. Seen on Google, you know, on Quora, you know, those kind of things. You know, we've got a lot of good articles up on our website right now. I mean, it's still fresh. There's probably 10 or 12, you know, maybe a dozen of them up there. But we're working on that. You know, that's growing. And speaking of the blog and that stuff, there's a series that I'm currently in process of writing. And to me, this is a very serious subject. It's a big issue. A lot of equine or horse owners, if they haven't heard of it, hopefully they never do. And God pray they never have to experience it. But it's a disease in horses. It's called canker. And at the moment, there's not a lot of information about it, you know, as far as what causes it. They haven't been able to find a cure for it. And we have a thoroughbred, an off-the-track thoroughbred that has it. If y'all don't quit rubbing on me, I swear to God, come here. Here, slide over there. And it can lam up a horse. It can cause a lot of issues. And basically what it is, it's kind of like a tumor. Okay, it's a real fibrous growth that comes out of their foot, typically from right around their frog. And if it's not checked, it can overtake their entire foot. And it's horrible to see. It really is. You know, it can cause a lot of issues and a lot of pain for a horse. But typically it starts off looking like an abscess that you cannot get rid of. That's actually how ours started. You know, we thought it was abscesses, so we were treating it as such. You know, it looked like abscesses. It drained like abscesses. But turns out it wasn't. It was canker. So about 2 years ago in June, we did our vet did a debridement on him. So he went in and he removed it. Unfortunately, because there's no real cure for it, there's very little information on it as a whole, it came back. Now, our farrier is absolutely amazing. And we've been able to keep it in check to where he's not suffering. But a lot of horses, they will suffer. So the point of this is I'm working on a series now trying to bring all the sporadic information that's all over the internet that people have found and things that they've seen from experiencing it and things that vets have seen and farriers, you know, shoers. And I want to pull all of that into a single place. You know, for most of us, we love our animals. You know, these hogs, I love these guys. They're freaking amazing. They're awesome. They each have their own personalities. I mean, they're they're really cool. But horses are the same way. You know, we love our horses. And I know there's thousands of horse owners out there, you know, throughout the world that love their horses. And this is a disease that it's horrible. It kills you to see. You know, if you have that love for your friend, you know, for your horse, and you see them in a state where they're in pain, they can't walk, it really rips your heart out. It really does. But so I'm going to try and pull all of this information that I can from vets, from farriers, from people that have experienced it, from our experiences with it. And I'm going to do a series on our website about that. You know, I want a place where people can go to find information, you know, about this disease if they, you know, God forbid, ever have to encounter it. But so I just want to let you guys know that's coming. You know, it's probably going to be a while. There's a lot of research we're trying to do on it. There's a lot of people, you know, vets and stuff that we're reaching out to. You know, it's more prominent on the East Coast due to the moisture. They have kind of figured out that it is due to moisture, partially. So we're reaching out a lot to the East Coast out here in Arizona. You know, it's extremely rare. Our vet had never even seen it. He, you know, read, you know, about a page in college about it when he was in vet school, but, you know, that's about the extent of it. But I just want to let you guys know that that's coming. And, you know, don't forget, guys, you know, I'm going to cut this off here, but don't forget, check out our website, whitemountainslivestock.com. If you're in Arizona and you want fresh pork, we got you covered. If you're in Arizona and you want a piglet, you know, to take home and your family to raise as a pet or whatever, we got you covered there too. If you're not in Arizona, you know, we're trying to keep as much information on there as we can. Eventually, you know, maybe going into halters and, you know, whatever. But, you know, for now, it's pork. That's what we do. But check that out. Check out that information. You know, if there's any questions you guys have, you know, leave a comment in the comments area below. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. And y'all have a great day.